Super League Gaming Inc. stock a buy. Super League Gaming closed the session of the 4th of February 2021 at $8.82, a gain of 69.29%, but currently in the post market it is down about 16%, close to 17%. So it's expected that its earnings outcomes will be announced by the 11th of March 2021. The estimate from one analyst is a negative 0.23, an increase of 47.73 from the same period a year ago. Revenue estimates is 804,000, a $542,000 increase from the same period a year ago. And indeed yesterday as well it reached a new 52-week high. Price triggered a new 52-week high event of $6.55 at 9:33 a.m. Eastern US time. So we can see it has a market cap of $189.5 million, 21.487 million shares outstanding. It says its short interest is 4%, so let's see if we can get a more accurate figure in that regard. So its short interest has decreased as based on what short squeeze is pointing out. It stands at 406,000 to take profit, not even up to a day before that is closed out. 460,000. So we move on, and before we go ahead and see if we can answer that question, whether the stock is a buy, you may have also heard this piece of news. It says here, SLGG stock, why Redditors are driving Super League Gaming higher. Today's move has several usual suspects: Citron Research, GameStop, and a frog emoji. So it says here, could a tweeted picture of an ice cream cone and a frog emoji be fueling double-digit pre-market gains in Super League Gaming? Stay with. So I went on to say the cone and the frog seem to have been interpreted by some Redditors on WallStreetBets and other subreddits as a hint about the possibility of GameStop looking to buy an esports company, specifically SLGG or Super League Gaming, which is led by CEO and Hand, former CEO of Project Frog and a business development manager at McDonald's. That was in a tweet from Ryan Cohen, GameStop CEO. Social media has been all over Twitter trying to decipher the meaning of the picture. So it seems that WallStreetBets crowd are wagering that GameStop is following Citron Research Andrew Left's advice that it should purchase online gaming company Esports Gaming. Left's recommendation in February fueled gains in GMBL stock over several days. Left said it made sense because if there are two things GameStop shareholders love, it is video gaming and gambling. He sees this as a way for GameStop to both pivot away from its declining retail brick-and-mortar stores sales and monetize its wide customer database. So it says SLGG stock could be an alternative play. That brings us to Super League Gaming, a potentially alternative play for GameStop to move into esports. Seems to make sense, as SLGG has a number of characteristics that Left saw in GMBL, specifically a focus on offering gaming services to users. That includes connecting gamers with each other across its variety of services. Among these are live streams, highlights, and other forms of social media interaction. The company is also behind several gaming clubs that supports the competitive gaming scene. So this is amongst other things that may have been why we have seen all that's been going on. So here on the stock tweets, we have it's good to come to this community as well. It says Be careful longs. I bought in after hours yesterday, but took loss and sold fearing huge dump this morning. Can always buy back in. This is how SLGG is doing in Germany right now. Not too hot so far. So this could go parabolic if earnings are good today. Hope they also release PR of closed $6 offering. It's already down to 700 to it's already down like 700 to 800% from spike a couple of weeks ago, but in huge here, risky, but already down more than okay. So okay, SLGG is a massive operation that is heavily shorted, listening to how loud the crypto miners are. Could be huge, massive volume of 250 million, a tiny float of 14 million. Maybe a deal within, okay, just the same, talking about the same GME deal and all that. So you can always, you'll find this link in the description box below, so that and you can always go ahead and look at it yourself. So going on, we can see that technically everything is bullish here. You can see this, you know, it has, as we pointed out, this will, if it continues to run up these gains, we can easily tell you that it will be the 7th day of relentless ascent, 7th day of relentless extension. So it began from the 25th of February. So let's give it 26th, 27th, 27th, 28th, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th. So already it has already knocked up 7 sessions of relentless extension. So everything is bullish, everything is positive. You can see that. You can see all the indicators are all looking up, you can see that everything is pointing up. Volume is pointing up, slow stochastic oscillator is pointing up, but even for some reason, based on the short term, it hasn't even overheated. It's not even overbought yet for some reason. And the MACD is above the signal line as well. And then you can see here it says SLGG appears to be in a strong bullish trend. 200-day moving average is upward sloping. We already know that it's outperforming S&P 500 easily. Momentum is strongly bullish. The 14-period slow stochastic oscillator is rising as investors pay high prices for shares. No doubt about that. The volume for that session on the 4th of February was heavier than usual, trading 264,194,000 shares. And note also that the float of the stock is only 14 million. You can see what does that tell you? People bought, people came in, got out, came in, got out. That is what is probably going on. And indeed, some people might be trying to short it as well. Obviously, even though it's according to short squeeze, the shorted volume has decreased, but even at that, people will definitely must have been shorting it. So you can see this is so many times over, if more than 10 times over, 20 times over what, close to 20 times over what the float is. So it was a heavily traded day for sure. So versus an average of 2.077 million shares per day. That's the normal average. So for the normal average, it's about 100 times, more than 100 times that. So about 130 times what the normal average is. That's what happened yesterday, the 4th of February. The unbalanced volume indicator is bullish. The slope of the indicator is positive and suggests that buyers are presently more active than sellers. Evidently. So what we just looked at is, this is a daily chart. So we come over here and look at this is the minute chart. This is exactly what happened. This is where the stock stopped when the market closed at $8.8. Okay, it says $8.82. Okay, so we can see at some point during the trading session, we covered this stock SLGG during that during our live session, and then we plotted some what is it called again? Some extension and retracement lines, Fibonacci extension and retracement lines, and we began at the price at that time. Its price was at $6.80. So we can see it extended at now during that time it was moving sideways for a lot. As a matter of fact, it actually peaked. It actually bottomed somewhere. It was consolidating and bottomed down here. That was where we picked up from, and then since that time it gradually extended, and you can see what we're looking at here. It extended over 161% extension levels, 261.8, all of those it's extended and reached up to 361.8 extension level. So that is about where it is, in between the 890 and 874 extension level prices. That's where it closed. But also note that in that extended session, in the current extended session, it dropped to 16.67. So let's plot. So let's point out, or rather let's display the post market. Yes, you can see where it is. So currently it's now at $7.35 in this post market. This is where it is now. Quite bearish at the moment, and momentum is also very poor as well. So that will, if we uncheck that post market box, it will bring us back here. So we are looking at 735. That is where 736. That is where it is, somewhere here, 736. So it's also, even at that, it's still at the 161% extension level. So technically, I would say that it's somewhere around here, 736 or somewhere. So I would say, is this a buy? In as much as it has the fundamentals going for it, I would definitely not say you should just jump in right now. And even though it has corrected in the post market, we don't exactly know what's going to happen when the market opens. So easily I would just say continue to hold on and wait for the stock to correct, and before you jump in. But what we indicated in that live session we covered is that if you want to get into the stock and you really have a fear of missing out, you can always decide if you want to disregard what we're saying, disregard the fact that it is trading at a premium to its short-term trend lines, and indeed the intermediate trend lines. If you want to disregard that and just go in, by all means do so. But also the advice is always have some more cash reserved to act just in case it pulls back and corrects. So fundamentally, the stock is most certainly a buy. It is going places. It is definitely a stock you might even subscribe to their service and start using. So it's easily a sort of stock that it's got the fundamentals around it. So if you want to disregard the fact that it is trading at a premium, or if you want to also put the fact that it is still undervalued, you can see the market cap is only $189 million, and disregard the fact that it is trading at a premium, as I've been saying, by all means jump in. But like I said as well, keep some cash so that you can always act when it dips, when it pulls back, when it corrects further. So currently now it's correcting at roughly 17%, but it could more could occur, regardless of the fundamentals, regardless of the rumors of GameStop trying to merge or acquire it. You still have to be prepared to take action. If it corrects and pulls back, it will give you an opportunity to buy yet more. So if you decide what you want to do, if you want to buy because of the fundamentals, because of the future, the fact that it will definitely gain more value, you know, if you want to do it that way, yeah, by all means, you know, just convince yourself about what it is and do so. Okay, so if you're new to this channel, subscribe, like and share. If you're already a subscriber, thank you very much for watching this video.